They are an amazing animal. We're off. Yours, Scotty. I got the boat, mate. I got the boat.
Oh, do you want to second one in, Kev? It's only a tuna, but it's a start. Our first line in the water for the day. We've only trolled for a few hundred metres and been pretty productive lately. Coming out to try and the weather's not really with us today, but just decided to troll a few big minnows around. It's been good mackerel fishing lately, tuna and wahoo, so we're just trying to get hold of a couple. Just a little mac tuna. We can lift him. It's not not the right species, but we'll it's a start. First 2 minutes. We'll shake this lure out of him.
But still, Scott, a nice little tuna, and most people are happy to catch that.
Yeah, we'll release him. Quick fight, he'll swim away. And he's gone. We'll try for the proper fish this time, Kord.
Yeah, do better next time, Scott.
Okie dokie.
It's important when we're putting these rods out to actually lock them into these trolling holders on the side here, otherwise they can come off. You can see it's best to have a look and make sure that gimbal is actually tucked into the pin in the bottom of that rod holder, because we don't want that rod to go loose. Very expensive bit of gear, you want to take care of it, and just a simple check leads to not losing your rod at the end of the day. Some of these strikes are quite vicious, or the lure can hop out of the water and the rod comes back, and that gimbal pin on there, that stops the rod from flying out of the holder. Nice little lump there, Scott. That's a good fish, that's a good fish. Listen to that, that's a cracker fish. That's what we are looking for.
Yeah, there's our Spanish.
There's our Spanish.
Back her up a little bit. Fish are fairly light drag on these things because they do such big head shakes. You can see through the rod there. That's where these venoms come into their own, because they're so good on the cushioning. See this fish, see that real violent head shakes.
You still on there, Scott?
Yep. There goes the bait, Esky.
Look, I'm just keeping that pressure on, Scott.
See, where we're trolling here, it's a little bit dangerous. There's shallow bommies, and show you over here, it's breaking a lot of the time, so we don't want to put ourselves in any danger. Quite often the fish sit nice and close to that rough country.
Now, I've got us in about 22 metres here, so we're probably all right. We're not going to get a breaking wave. We're a little bit away from that reef, but I'll just keep the boat coming so that Scott can keep the pressure on that fish.
A lot of these fish will swim towards the boat, and it's really hard to keep the tension on the line. They can throw the lure or the bait.
So, Scott, tell us about that braid. We're a bit of a different combination there with the Tiburon.
Yeah, well, so I'm actually quite impressed. I don't normally troll braid, but that's probably the only way I'll do it with these venom rods, because they're so soft in the taper, but so much power. This fish has given me no problem at all.
And it allows us to use a smaller reel, like these Tiburon 2-speed reels, because we can get more line on because of the finer diameter of the braid.
They're much more comfortable to fish with, you know. They're a lot lighter in your hand.
Yeah. But you do use a different leader combination with the braid, don't you?
Yeah, I use probably 10 metres of that high tensile formula leader we sell, just to give yourself a little bit of give, you know.
I haven't got quite that much on that rod, but I think there's about 3 or 4 metres on there, so.
You know, the rod compensates for that as well. I just bump that drag back a fraction when the fish gets near the boat.
Yeah.
So he hasn't done a lot of work. Probably have another run here in a moment.
Oh, you could tell when he hit it he was sort of the right species, couldn't you?
Those big violent head shakes.
There's actually a fair bit of current on today, Scott.
Yeah, you can see down here that got a little bit of southwest wind with that southerly current over. Oh, see, there's a big head shake.
And I've just kept that boat slowly inching forward just to help Scott a little bit if that fish decides to swim towards the boat, because they will do it. They're quite, as you can see, he's coming towards the boat now, so I've just turned it around to get a bit of angle and up the speed a bit. And as Scott gets closer,
he's getting pretty close now. If you
I'll pull it back, eh?
We're all in desperate need of a feed, so we'll, as you can tell.
I might get the gaff out.
Only a little Spanish, but he's still a Spanish. Is the fish we were after.
He is, and actually, Scott, you didn't see it, but there's another big one out the back of the boat there with his fin out of the water.
Really?
Yeah, one was following him.
Yeah, so, they often, just watch your feet there.
So as you can see, Scott dumped that quite close to my feet. So I've hopped up here because you can see the teeth on that fish. They are an amazing animal. It would clean take my toe off.
Kevin, have you got one of our aluminium fish bats there? What that does, it just makes it safer. They're so sharp in the teeth, these things. You can see that there. We really don't want to have any problems. We've only just started fishing, so might use those short catch pliers and get the hooks out of him.
All right, so there it is, a tweed heads Spanish mackerel. Scott, you're pretty good at this. Straight up, eh?
Oh, getting better, yeah. It's always the early bite time. We get the fish, good show of bait there, and bang, we were on. But yeah, the gear did the job. The soft rod stopped him from shaking that lure out. But
and it's perfect eating size, isn't it?
Yeah, these are great. He's probably only 6-7 kilo, I guess. And
yeah,
nice feed for everybody. And yeah, we'll get him on ice. We'll go back and try and get another one.